Charlotte Motor Speedway, built and designed by Bruton Smith, and opened in 1960, has hosted an array of stock car racing events. Tonight, NoBull PowerTech Power Solutions Cup Series is live in Concord, North Carolina. It's race number 8 of 10, and tonight should be just as exciting as the whole season. Hello everybody, I'm Ben Kilcrease, and joining me in the booth tonight is Law Dog Rick Donathan. On pit road we have Justin Munsell and Matt Weisbrod, and getting the picture that you see to you will be Laura Lawson. Rick, let's go ahead and run them through the starting lineup here because we're getting ready to crank these bad boys up here at Charlotte.
That's right, Ben. Fierce competition, 80 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it looks to see that Matt, the Husinator, is on the pole with his outside looking at the number 86, William Roberts.
Malik Kuntz is on the inside of row number 2. He's in 3rd, and Rodney Kramer to his outside is 4th.
Starting 5th, the 05, James Goyner. And starting 6th, the number 1, the previous champ, Philip Willis.
Kevin Graham is rolling off 7th, and to his outside head admin over there in the Truck Series, Mitch Lennon.
And it looks like starting 9th on the inside, the number 76 of Brad Spidell. And starting 10th, the number 62, Michael D'Amico.
Eric Dallariva, that's a mouthful right there, inside of row number 6 in the 11th starting position. To his outside, David Washington.
Starting 13th, number 12, Jade Williams. And on his outside, starting 14th, number 51, his teammate, Brian Lambert.
Brian Terry will be 15th, and James Ross to his outside is 16th.
Newcomer here at NoBullMotorsport. He's been here. The name is known. Welcome back, number 28, Jason Allison, and on his outside, starting 18th, the number 90, Chris Gregatis.
Ronald Henry is on the inside of row number 10, starting 19th, and to his outside, Brian Neff, 20th.
Starting 21st, number 44, Marcus Miller, and starting 22nd, the number 24, still looking for his first win, Chad Osborne.
Starting shotgun on field in the number 42, Chad Simpson. And if my name's up there, just ignore it. I goofed up, joined the wrong session. But Rick, I tell you what, these guys not only racing for the fame here at NoBull Motorsports and NoBull TV, but Xander Jaden Motorsports is going to give $10 to the winner. But on not only the winner, from second on back, the first person with 0 incidents is going to get $10 as well.
That's right, Jaden Motorsport stepping up to the plate, pushing the limits here to the skill of these drivers. And I tell you what, you better take a look out there on the pole. The Husinator, Matt Hus, out there on the pole. When I see that, Ben, Matt's going to have a good day.
It is going to be nice to see Matt Hus. He's got 80 laps ahead of him. The lights are off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. 23 cars set to take the green flag as they head through turns 3 and 4. 23 cars getting ready to come to life. This is NoBull Motorsports. This is the Cup Series. This is Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Green flag is out, and Matt Hus out to the front real quick there, Ben. Getting ready to go into turn 1. William Roberts falling right in behind him. But look, it looks like Malik Kuntz falling right in behind William Roberts there. Looked like he was going to try to go on the inside.
Malik Kuntz has really impressed me over the past few weeks here at NoBull Motorsports. And he's looking to the inside, trying to get to the inside of William Roberts through 3 and 4. They're side by side for second as Matt Hus is running away with the lead.
Rodney Kramer still following in right behind William Roberts there, looking on the outside as they go through the tri-oval there. Look, number 1, Philip Willis going into turn 1. He snuck his way up, looking under William Roberts there. May take that away coming out of turn 2.
William Roberts started on the outside of row number 1. He's fallen all the way back to 4th right now, and in pressure of losing the 4th position to Rodney Kramer through 3 and 4. They're still battling out side by side. That's Roberts and Willis in the 1 car for 3rd.
Tell you what, William Roberts is not giving that position up too easy, but if they look in their mirrors, they're going to see Kevin Graham starting to work his way up and trying to give a little boost there to Philip Willis as they're coming out of turn 2.
Down the back straightaway, Kevin Graham really has come out of nowhere in that number 4 car, but we got to watch up front here. The number 77 has caught Matt Hoos, and he's going to the inside.
That's right, going to the inside. Is going to have a battle, and it looks like Kuntz is going to take that away from Matt, but Matt's probably just going to let him go on by, save the tires for right now, but he better not let him get too far because Malik was strong last week.
Kuntz already out to an early lead, like you said, who's trying to probably just save his tires for the time being. He's starting to work back up on him, battle for the lead. Here comes Matt Hoos back to the inside of Malik Kuntz.
Hoos is no one that he's one of those guys there being that he is no pushover. As he takes the lead back away from Kuntz there, and don't want to give it up right now. It's too early in the race.
Kuntz not really coming back to him. He's going to try and charge right up there and get it away from him. Front 2, tail to nose. Meanwhile, Philip Willis has gotten around William Roberts in the 86 car. Kevin Graham working on Roberts now. That's for the 4th position.
Taking a look back here at 3rd position, Philip Willis looking strong here today. Kevin Graham looking on the inside of William Roberts there. May try to take that position away as they go into turn 1. Looks like Rodney Kramer is going to try to latch on to the back door of Kevin Graham as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway.
Kramer looking for Kevin Graham to sort of open that door for him, let him get to the inside of Roberts when Graham gets by him as well. Roberts starting to pull back out in front of those guys just a little bit, but back up front, Malik Kuntz still all over the rear bumper of Matt Hoos.
Mitch Lennon working with his teammate there, Rodney Kramer, starting to fall into the line there. But I tell you, James Gorner's done a great job with that Dorito Chevrolet, the 05. He's starting to latch on to the back end of, I believe that's going to be Mitch Lennon there.
Gorner didn't get that good of a start. He started 5th. He's back to 8th now. I think he's kind of getting in a rhythm, kind of getting that car where he needs it, getting in a rhythm. And here shortly, he should start picking these guys off one by one. He might just be saving his tires for a little bit later on in the run.
Malik Kuntz back up in the lead as they went through the trial there, Ben. It looks like Matt Hoos may have scrubbed the wall a little bit. It's going to slow him down just a few miles an hour there, but doesn't look like he done too much damage to the car, but still, he's got Malik Kuntz in his target area.
Malik Kuntz and Matt Hoos have battled this thing out for the lead ever since the green flag dropped. Kuntz so far coming out on top. We're only 9 laps into it, though. We've still got 71 or so go. These guys still duking out pretty hard. You got to be wondering, though, are they messing their tires up for later in the run when maybe Philip Willis or William Roberts or Kevin Graham, one of those guys back there, might be able to catch them later in the run when they're battling up here side by side.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, talking about tires now, we have Justin Munsell that's working as our pit road reporter here this evening, and I know that tires are going to be a factor here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Justin, have you got any information as far as about where we're going to see these guys come in for a pit?
Well, not quite yet. These guys are really racing hard right now. The tire deformation is really going to come down. We'll be seeing here pretty soon. I don't quite know when, but I'll make sure I'll let you guys know then.
Fantastic. That's Justin Munsell. That's Ben. Now, tell us a little bit about Justin. Is this his first race here today at Charlotte in the pit with us?
This is actually his first race down on pit road, doing a great job. He hitchhiked, I'm going to say, off of Matt Weisbrot, Andy Kessler. Those guys came over from Xbox, and Justin saw on there. He's hung out in our team's beef a little bit and kind of pressured him every once in a while. Say, hey man, you should try out pit road. And hey, he's down here tonight doing a great job.
Well, it's great to have him. Now, I'm going to tell you what, taking a look back up toward the front, Matt Hoos has caught Malik Kuntz again as they're going into turn 3. Matt's looked on the inside there, thought about it, gaining a little bit coming out of turn 4, but just going to lay back and follow right into the line of Malik Kuntz as they go through the trial.
Hoos gets a real run through 3 and 4. I think that's where he's going to start getting get his run on Kuntz, I should say. Not too good in 1 and 2. I think Kuntz has a better car in 1 and 2. Like I said, though, Hoos better through 3 and 4, slowly falling back here. I think he's going to try and just get that run and pass him on the exit here. As you see right now, Who's closing that gap up as they head through corner number 4.
That's right. Taking a look back here at William Roberts running the number 86 in 4th position. Now, I've been watching Kevin Graham and William Roberts going at it. Now, at the beginning of the season, Kevin Graham was really a big dominator here in the Cup Series. But I tell you, as the season has progressed, a lot of these guys have got in here, helped each other, talked about some of the lines that they're running at these tracks. And I tell you, the competition is just fierce right now in this Cup Series.
If I didn't know any better, I would think we were actually watching a real-life Sprint Cup race. I mean, well, actually in Sprint Cup, I think they're a little bit more spread out. This is just so much great racing going on here. There is literally not a race going on with just a single car.
Absolutely, and I tell you, Noble Motorsport, you'll find it here with these guys. Lots of competition, lots of racers here that tend to help each other out. Want to give a thanks out to PowerTech Power Solutions. That's what you're watching here this evening is the PowerTech Power Solution Cup Series, sponsored by their very own James Ross. Now, if we can get a picture of James Ross's car out there, I believe he's actually number 14, running in 20th position, driving that number 14 PowerTech Power Solution car. I believe it's going to be the Chevrolet. Looking good out there tonight, Ben.
Boy, howdy. He sure did get some exposure out of that car last week in New Hampshire on those few restarts he got a hold of there. Marcus Miller's into the wall in the back of the field, and the number 44 car is able to save it down the front straightaway. Didn't go down pit road. I don't know what exactly happened with Miller right there.
Green
back and
still
saw him.
out. Green flag still out. That's going to cost him big time. He's going to be hoping for a caution soon.
Yeah, exactly. I look back on my monitor here. Looks like he just got loose. Oh, and Jade Williams in the 12th car is in the inside wall.
Oh, Jade Williams on the inside wall. Tough break for him. We'll definitely have to get a replay of that and to see what happened.
Yeah, it looked like he got loose off corner number 4, and one car tagged him. I'm not sure it was the 50. It is the 51 car of that's Brian Lambert that got into him. So a bunch of action on back here.
Taking a look at the Noble Motorsport replay there, brought to you by LSR TV. Looks like he just got a little bit, man, I tell you, I don't understand how he ended up hitting that wall, but it just upset the weight and threw him over there into his teammate, Brian Lambert. Now, we'll definitely have to look and see if Brian Lambert's got any damage to his car, but it looks like the car just scraped the wall there, threw it for a loop, went sideways, and his teammates there and nowhere to go. And tough break there for Jade Williams.
Yeah, that was a bad break. I tell you what, Rick, we have got a dandy of a battle for third. Philip Willis, William Roberts, Kevin Graham, and Mitch Lennon all separated by, about 2 or 3 tenths of a second.
They are definitely going at it. Jade Williams on the inside, hugging that line there, looking on his outside, Philip Willis. But both of them looking in the rearview mirror, knowing Kevin Graham is on his way, and Mitch Lennon just sitting back and watching to see what's going to take place, what's going to happen as they go into turn 1.
Graham, I thought he was going to try and make it 3 wide down there on the front straightaway there for a second. Thought better of it as they head to the back straightaway. Willis able to get a good run out of corner number 2. And now Graham's going to try and work that high side around William Roberts.
Taking a look back up here to the lead, Malik Coombs still leading this pack of competitors here. Not very much, though. Matt Hoos is just bringing him in on a reel there. Only 0.095 tenths of a second, so he is right on his bumper. But it doesn't look like he's trying to take a lead away. Just kind of sit back and letting him drive.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. Kind of pressuring Cooch just a little bit. Watch through 3 and 4, though. You know he's got a fast car when he can close up like that. It's really a wonder if, Matt Hoos is just trying to get Malik Coombs, just trying to pressure, trying to make him make a mistake. Let me get that out of my mouth. That's a tongue twister. Back up here, though, for third, Kevin Graham has worked his way around Philip Willis. And now Willis under pressure by Mitch Lennon. from losing to 4th position.
Well, I tell you what, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty here, Ben. Let's pass it down to Justin down there to see what are some things being said right now in pit road.
Well, teams are making plans right now to put some green flag pit stops. They're probably going to want to save some time by taking left side tires and maybe fill the tank. But all these guys, what's really important right now is track position. So we'll be seeing pretty soon. Pretty soon they'll be coming in, and I'll give you the report then.
Sounds great, Justin. How are Malik Coombs? Have you heard anything out of him? How his tires must be screaming now.
Well, it seems like he's doing fine. He's conserving his tires, but running hard though. A really good racer. He can conserve his tires and run hard. But we'll be seeing here too. He'll be wanting to get some time.
Tell you what,
sounds great.
I'm going to run down the points here in our PowerTech Power Solution Cup Series. David Washington, driving the number 10 car right now, is leading to be, he's pretty high up on the points, leading the pack with 43 points, and that's pretty much, he's leading by a whole race. We've got Rodney Kramer in second place. Third belongs to Brad Spidell. Fourth belonging to Chad Osborne. And fifth to round out the top 5, Eric Dallariva. That's okay. I tell you, these guys, just from week to week, we've got a pretty close battle between second place there, between Rodney Kramer and Brad Spidell, 43 and 45 points there. So we're looking at about a 2-point difference. Now, the point battle opens up a little bit there between third place and fourth place, with Chad Osborne now 53 points behind the leader, and about 45 points away from the front runner. So Washington, as long as he stays out of trouble, he can pretty much, after tonight's race, get a good top 10 finish. Just about can clinch that title tonight.
Yeah, like you said, you and I were doing some second grade math before the broadcast. We figured out that pretty much all Washington has to do is just finish this race, no incidents, and he's going to be able to pretty much clinch this thing going into next week. But we have got some drivers coming down on the pit road. Justin, what are we going to see?
Well, it's feeding time for these boys, and looks like they're probably all going to try to take left side tires or right side tires. Only one set. They want to save as much time and try to get it ahead of the person they were racing with. And it looks like they may also just take the full two cans of fuel. Sorry about that. And it looks like they're taking right sides and left sides, and we'll be seeing here.
Tell you what, it looks like Matt Hoos was able to beat out, that's going to be the number 4 of Kevin Graham. He actually beat him by just barely a nose coming out. Oh, and Matt Hoos has gotten turned around. He hit the grass. He's on the backstretch. Oh, no, it looks like Matt Hoos has just took himself out of the race there.
Oh, and William Roberts has spun it around on the front straightaway as well in the 86.
Wow.
William Roberts trying to get down on the pit road. No, he made significant contact with the outside wall. I haven't seen the incident with Hoos, but I saw Roberts. He went around as well in that pit stop mayhem there, I guess I'm going to call it.
Right now, up on the replay, they're showing William Roberts. Looks like he just got a little tangled up there on the bottom apron and got the car spun around. Not quite sure what caused that. Definitely a top competitor right now in the race, but it looks like he got below that line. It may have upset the car, got it spun around and hit the wall. Now, he may not have done too much damage to it, was able to keep it out of the way of other traffic, but we'll see if LSR TV can get the replay up of Matt Hoos coming out of the pit.
Yeah, Hoos in the 21, just watching that replay, you got to wonder, new tires, down on that apron, trying to get back up to speed. He could have picked up a bunch of dirt on them on those tires. And man, did Mitch Lennon in the 5 car do a good job avoiding Hoos coming out of the pits there. But man, bad break for Hoos and a bad break for Roberts.
Hey, what? Looking at the replay now, as you can see, there was a battle coming out of the pit. Matt got it a little sideways coming out, but he knew that he had Kevin Graham behind him, so they're definitely still racing for position there. Definitely can't come above that line until you get to the backstretch, but if you'll notice, Matt hits the bottom part of the apron down there on that pit exit, gets the car upset, slides it through the grass, and looks like he's going to collide with the wall there and maybe do a little damage. But now, don't know what's going on. It definitely could have been something that had been fixed as long as a caution would have came out. But it looks like he just loaded the car up, just left the track.
Yeah, I think Who's kind of got a little bit disappointed with himself. Probably could have fixed it under caution, but you got to wonder, though, did he bust that radiator? He did hit the concrete portion of the wall, missed the safer barrier portion of it. So, I don't know. It could have been substantial, but never know.
Well, you know, it's like right now we're under caution, and let's rewind, go back to Matt Hoose's situation. Tough break that he got into that little incident there, but now, considering it right now, we're under caution. You know, it would have gave him time enough to come in, fix the car, had a strong car here today, and could have got back out here and made something of it today.
Yeah, I really think he probably could have, and he was battling for the lead, and he was in the lead for some of the race. Him and Malik Coombs had a real good battle going on. I just hate to see Hoos go out this early in the race.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, I want to take just a few moments to go over to our new NoBull TV chat room, and Mr. Dylan Lambert, the Brian Lambert's son, his biggest fan, is usually here every week when we have our live broadcast being. Want to give a big wave to Dylan Lambert and appreciate him coming in and showing up. Got a few things that's going to be happening new and exciting for next season. And we always appreciate seeing Dylan over here. So good to see you, Dylan. And tell you, Ben, I want to reiterate the fact that Xander Jaden Motorsports giving out $10 iRacing credits to the winner of the race and $10 to the first person with no incidents that finishes second place and back to this evening's race.
Yeah, got to be real careful if you don't want to get those incidents, especially on the restarts or even cutting through the grass on the infield. That'll give you a 1 incident point right there. So, first person from second on back with 0 incidents going to get $10, and the winner is going to get $10. So we're going to have to see who's going to all get $10 at the end of this race. $20 given away thanks to Xander Jaden Motorsports.
That's right. Tell you right now, what I'm showing to be up on the leaderboard is going to be Chad Simpson driving that number 42 car out there. And in his mirror, he's going to see William Roberts is going to be right there with him. And the number 14, James Ross, PowerTech Power Solution car, sponsor of the Cup Series of this evening's race, is going to be showed to be in third place.
James Ross, third place. Remember what happened last time? He up around the front and had a little bit of fun. But the lights are off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Chad Simpson's going to lead him back to the line. William Roberts got the damage repaired real quick. He's going to be restarting on the outside of row number 1 in second. Then you mentioned it, James Ross, and then our previous leader, Malik Coombs, going to be restarting in 5th.
Hey, Chad Simpson, pretty competitive here at Charlotte Motor Speedways. I think this may be one of his favorite tracks. But William Robert has showed some muscle here today as well. But, you know, you've got James Ross is coming on up through there. And Brian Lambert last week had a great race, showed his car to be strong. So looking forward to see if he works himself up through to that top number 1 spot up there.
Yeah, Lambert actually got into it with his teammate back on the back straightaway. Maybe a little bit of damage he's had to overcome, but meanwhile, Chad Simpson's going to lead him back to the green flag. There it is, we're racing again here at Charlotte.
That's right. Chad gets a good start there off the green flag, and looks like Brian Lambert underneath them. Got a wreck in turn
trouble.
1. It's going to be Ronald Henry. Trouble
Henry,
in turn 1.
Henry's able to save it. Man, I cannot believe he's able to save that car.
Holy moly. I got to take a
really,
look at that.
Yeah, really, no damage from anybody. That could have been huge in front of the whole field. Ronald Henry able to muscle that car into a straight line. Wow.
Wow, that's some good driving there. Got a little damage back to the left. Looks like the left rear bumper there may have caused a little bit of damage for Rodney Kramer as well. But golly, that's some awesome driving there.
That was real good driving from Henry right there. Meanwhile, though, second caution coming out of the night.
That's right.
Here
Looks
at
like we've
Charlotte.
got, 2 cautions being for 2 laps so far?
2 cautions so far. Only on lap 36, so we're just about at that halfway point.
7 lead changes as well.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of lead changes going on, a bunch of battling for the lead. Matt Hoos, recent retiree, he was up there. Now we have Chad Simpson, he's leading a little bit. I think if you give James Ross, maybe Brian Lambert, or even Rodney Kramer a few laps here, they might be up there contending for that lead as well.
Well, let's see if we can get a hold of Chad Simpson there, Ben, see if you can get a few words with him.
Chad Simpson, this is Ben Kilcrease up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Ben.
Chad, that car is looking my high and pretty up there, sitting in the lead right now. You going to be able to keep it there until the end of the race?
Oh, I hope so. It's been a long race starting dead last to get up here.
What was the idea with starting last? Was that somewhat of a strategy, or was your car having technical difficulties during qualifying?
It was a little qualifying boo-boo. Nothing too big. I was going to be back there anyway, so I just decided to take the provisional.
All right, Chad, we thank you for stopping by. We hope you can stay up in that lead, and we wish you the best of luck throughout the remainder of the race.
Thanks, bud.
Chad Simpson in the 42 car. Gonna restart first, unless he comes down pit road for some odd reason. I don't think he will be, though.
Well, I tell you what, Ben, I'm going to try to skew in over to the in-car with William Roberts. William Roberts, this is Law Dog up in the booth. Have you got a copy?
I got a copy there, Law Dog.
Well, William, I tell you what, a lot of eyes are on you right now. It looks like you seem to be putting that Jayden Motorsport Dodge up front. Last week and this week, you seem to be showing quite a bit of muscle out there. Have you got anything for Chad up there in front of you?
If I do, it's just going to be a matter of whether he stays on the inside or if he is kind of wanting to run that outside line. It's really hard to pass here on the inside, and I seem to be losing a lot of grip coming out of 4.
Okay, now what about tire changes? You got anything planned for tire changes before we wave a checkered flag here today?
Well, if we have another caution with about 35 to go, I'm going to play the fuel mileage game. You can get about 30 laps safely. Stretching any more than that is going to be a little hard, but if they fall to where it's about 35 to go, then I'm going to come in, get 4 tires, get a full tank of fuel, and you probably won't see me pit again.
All right, well, I tell you what, we wish you the best of luck out there. We know you got your hands full with Chad Simpson up there in front of you. You got a few, you got Ronald Henry that just completely pulled off an amazing wreck there that was supposed to be a wreck, but he was able to keep a hold of that. But right behind him, you got Kevin Graham on his way up to the front.
Yeah, 10-4. It's definitely going to be fun here. Kevin's fast. I think he may be just a hair faster than me. And another thing that's going to come into play is tires. Tires are going to be big here. I heard Malik complaining that his right front's getting toasted. So that's another strategy call there as well.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck. Hope to see you in victory lane.
10-4.
William Roberts there in second place. Like you said, Ben, he may have a little something there for Chad under the hood, but he does know, and a lot of people out here know, Kevin Graham is definitely fast. So not a lot of time to sit back and think about what you're going to do. You're just going to have to do it.
Exactly, and it is almost go time. When we get the green flag, we will be coming to halfway through this race. That means these guys are definitely going to have to get on it now, because halfway down, half down to go. And you heard William Roberts say 35 laps pushing it with a fuel run. So I wonder if we're going to see these guys pit early, or if we'll see them pit late, or if we have another caution. how's that going to affect the strategy here. But the lights are off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. That means we're getting ready to go back green, getting ready to crank these cars back up, see if we can't get some more racing done here in the NoBull PowerTech Power Solutions almost said truck series, Cup series.
I tell you what, I believe William Roberts is definitely looking to try to get a good start here. Chad is very strong on the restart, so in order to stay up there with him, he's definitely going to have to get a good start with Chad, or otherwise he's going to spend a few laps trying to catch back up with him. But he's going to have some help right there, right behind him with Kevin Graham.
Kevin Graham's been strong all this race. I think he's just been hanging back just a little bit, though. And another car I'm going to be keeping my eye on back here is Brian Terry in the 92. Excuse me. He's been impressing me. I don't know why. He's just been impressing me here coming up through the field. So we'll have to watch those guys. Green flag back in the good jump for Chad Simpson.
Chad Simpson definitely getting out there to the front, not wasting any time about it. But he did get quite a good start that I thought maybe he would, like one of the restarts that we had a while ago. But as you can see, that looks like William Roberts, Kevin Graham already getting lined up, get ready to chase him down.
Bunch of cars stacking up back here in the back of the pack, right around Malik Koontz in the 77. Koontz is on a mission. He's ready to get back up to that lead. He's looking down the front straightaway to get to the inside of Ronald Henry. That'll be for the 6th position.
I tell you what, Koontz is, like you said, definitely on a mission, definitely wanting to get up there and start giving some of these top dogs here a run for their money. But speaking of top dogs, it's still, at this point, we're halfway into the race, and it's still anybody's race.
Exactly. Oh, Henry up in the wall off the corner, number 4. He's able to keep it up there, no caution. But yeah, back to what you were talking about. It is still anybody's race here at Charlotte. We have some good guys in the back of the pack. Just got to work their way back up front. We have a bunch of guys that was in the back of the pack that's out there leading now. So, like you said, still halfway to go here. It's anybody's game.
Absolutely. Want to take a look at the number 10 of David Washington running 8th place right now. Just basically pacing himself around the track here. Currently running 8th, and I believe he started 12th, so he's definitely taking his time moving his way toward the front. And again, a good top 10 finish here today will almost pretty much give him the championship for the PowerTech Power Solutions Cup Series.
Yeah, precaution, over the past few races we've talked to Mr. Washington, and almost in every interview he's like, I'm not going to be racing today, I'm just points racing. And he really knows what it's going to take to win this championship, and that's why he is leading, and that's why he is pretty much going to lock himself in at the end of the race tonight if he finishes.
Absolutely. Taking a look back up here toward the front, Chad Simpson sitting up in the front row there, looking pretty comfortable, but William Roberts still got him in his eyesight. Kevin Graham may have fell off the pace just a little bit, but got Eric Vallariva catching up with him, and those guys are going to try to work together to chase down William Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts and Simpson both have a nice little 10-15 car length advantage over their nearest competitor, which is somewhat nice to have here at Charlotte. Gives you a little king room. But Simpson, I think if he keeps the way he's going right now, he's going to be hard to get around. It's going to be hard to catch. So we'll just have to see if anybody does have anything for Simpson here in the next few laps.
Malik Koontz currently running 6th place right now, driving the 77, inching his way up to James Gorner in the 05 Dorito Chevrolet. As you're going into turn 3 there, getting ready to come out of turn 4. Tell you what, sometimes it's hard to keep up with these guys, Ben. They just hammer these things around this track.
Oh yeah, they're turning 30-second laps, and when there's a bunch of action out on the track like it is here tonight, there is just absolutely no telling. It's real hard to keep up with all of them. Sometimes we do get our corners and straightaways mixed up. But like you said, Malik Koontz, I have really been impressed with him. He's another guy I've been impressed with throughout the whole race. And I think if you give him a few laps, he's going to start saving his tires. He knows what he did wrong on the first run there. He's going to correct from that, get better, and start picking these guys off left and right. And he may be back, getting back up the lead here pretty soon.
But just taking a look, talking about the leader there, Chad Simpson, just watched William Roberts cross the start and finish line. Looks like Chad Simpson may have opened that lead up another 1/10 of a second. So looks like Chad is starting to turn the power on and trying to get out front as fast as he can and put the laps down as quick as he possible with 33 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
He's really getting a rhythm, and whoa, points leader David Washington back here battling Philip Willis for 7. They're getting side by side. They touch a little bit through 1 and 2.
Washington looking on the inside on the back stretch. Philip Willis still showing muscle, being out toward the front. Washington going to go back on the inside in turn 3. They're still side by side. Mitch Lennon following right in behind Washington as they're coming out of turn 4. It looks like Washington may have that. Oh, yes, he is taking over that position away from Philip. And it looks like Mitch Lennon going to run right in right behind him there. Washington pushing just a little bit.
Wow, that guy Washington dove the heck out of that thing down into turn number 3. It stuck, and the way he went, so bumped Washington up to 7. Him and Willis got real close there. Even touched a few times, and now Washington starting to push up the track just a little bit. Might open the door for Mitch Lennon to get to the inside.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, going to take it down here to pit road to Justin. Justin, let's talk a little bit about Philip Willis now. On that last pit stop, did Philip take 2 or 4 tires?
It looks like he took 4 tires there. So he'll be on the same pit strategy as most of these guys.
Fantastic. Well, it lets us know that, like they were talking a little bit earlier, Ben, about the tire wear definitely being a factor here at Charlotte. And, you know, we're starting to see a toll. It looks like Mitch Lennon has actually opened up a little bit more of a gap on Philip Willis, but still some of the luck that Philip has had this season, I still have to say right now he's still having a good race.
Doing a really good job. I think it was back at Talladega when he could not escape from the big one, Philip Willis, and now he's just here in the later part of the season, the final few races here. Really been impressive, and he's been pretty impressive tonight here at Charlotte, able to hang with the points leader David Washington. Really put on some good battles for us. Really doing a great job just inside the top 10.
Tell you what, taking a look at Eric Dalla-Riva, that has definitely done great this season. Right now, currently running 4th in the Red Bull Chevrolet, just trying to keep Kevin Graham in his eyesight there. But before too long, James Gorner in the 05 is going to end up catching him as he's closing in that gap. But talking about gap, looks like Chad Simpson has opened up the gap on William Roberts, 1.3 of a second.
Let's go ahead and jump back here around 13th position. Michael D'Amico in the 62. He is in a ding-dong middle of a battle back here. These cars, there's probably 5 or 6, maybe even 7 tailed open side by side back here, really bunching up back here. This is going to get exciting within the next few laps.
Absolutely. Michael D'Amico, that is your sponsor for the Truck Series with the Michael Angelo Truck Series. It's going to be starting next season here at NoBullMotorsport. And your current sponsor of the Cup Series, James Ross, trying to give him a run for his money, but Michael will have none of that. He's going to hold his position.
This is good racing. Back straightaway, D'Amico trying to hold off Ross. Looks like he slipped up the track a little bit. Ross going to try and get to the inside. That's going to leave the door open for Jade Williams back there in the back. Remember, he had an incident earlier in the race. But he's now going to look for the inside of D'Amico. Not going to be able to do anything down the front straightaway.
Not right now, but I tell you what, James, looks like Brian Lambert is back there with Jade Williams, and of course those guys have worked together all season, so right now just may not be the time or opportunity to take advantage of another position, but as you can see, those guys are definitely getting lined up to try to make a move on Michael D'Amico.
Yeah, really working together, really trying to implement that draft into these stock cars here tonight. Meanwhile, though, while we was watching that battle back here, Kevin Graham has gotten around William Roberts for the 2nd position. So bump Graham up to 2nd, and he's going to start trying to inch away on that lead that Chad Simpson has pulled up.
Tell you what, looking back here at 4th and 5th place, James Gorner has moved on up on top of Eric Dalla-Riva there. as they're going to start battling it out here in just a moment. And it looks like Garner has closed in that gap. And right on the tail end of Eric Dallariva as they go into turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, it looks like James Garner's looking toward the inside there, but still going to keep his place where he's at. Look for him to go on the inside here in turn 1.
Down the front straightaway, he was right on rear bumper of Dallariva through 1 and 2. Garner has that high approach, and then comes out low, gets a good run. He's real good in 3 and 4 down the back straightaway. He has a huge run. Does he pull the inside? No, he gives him a little tap into the corner saying, hey, Dallariva, I'm here. Just to let you know, back behind them, Malik Kuntz and your points leader, David Washington. They're battling side by side. That's for 6th. Bump Washington to 6th. This time, if Kuntz doesn't fight back on the outside, he's able to keep it for the time being as they're side by side for 6th in turns 1 and 2. And Washington pushes that track.
Pushing up the track there. The tires just not holding them. Man, that was close there. You couldn't have put a piece of paper in between the two of them there. Kuntz is still going to take over that position. But tell you what, David is not giving up too easy. Still looking on the inside. Now he's going to pull up on the inside of Kuntz. But Kuntz looks like he got a good run coming off that corner. Still side by side. Man, I tell you what, awesome racing. Washington down on the inside. Looks like he's going to take it away from Kuntz.
Here comes Kuntz, going to try a crossover move down the back straight away into turn number 3, and he's going to have quite enough momentum. Mitch Lennon was up battling with those guys. I think I've lost track of Lennon.
I have too. I was getting ready to say, where did Mitch Lennon go? Looks like he went.
Oh, he's down on he's down on pit road. Justin, what's happening down there with Lennon?
Lennon just took right side tires and filled up on gas, and he's on his way right now.
So, pit stop starting to begin here with Mitch Lennon. First guy coming in, got to be real careful coming off that pit road. A few other guys starting to come down on the pit road as well. That's Kevin Graham. He's heading your way. Whoa, and Gordon! Looks like he got it low down in time. Boy, did he make up some time there. Justin, what's Graham's crew going to do right here in the number 4?
Looks like they're also probably going to take right side tires and fill up. They're trying to play the strategy too.
Sounds great. Bunch of strategy going on, trying to top off. Remember, we are 40 laps since the last caution. You got to wonder, Rick, if these guys, maybe somebody in the back of the pack, has just been letting off real early, starting to clutch it, starting to coast. I just don't know, though. That's really pushing, I'd have to say.
Well, I tell you what, keep your eyes open for Brad Spidell. Brad Spidell has been really good all season working that pit strategy. He doesn't start out up front during qualifying. He kind of lingers back there toward the back, but at some point in time, he's always found toward the front of the pack and in good positions. Now, some of the races that we've had during this season, he just found himself up front at the wrong time. But right now, I'm showing to have 10 cars on the lead lap, and the reason for that is going into that pit under green. So things are definitely going to flip-flop here in just a few moments.
Yeah, we'll let all the scoring get sorted out here, let the pit stops conclude, and then we'll run you through how the results are, or excuse me, how the grid is after
Simpson
the pit
down
stops.
on pit road. The leader is down on pit road there, Ben. Justin, have you got anything on Chad? You going to take 2 or is he going to take 4?
Looks like he's just going to take gas.
Wow. A big decision and big strategy there. How's that going to work, Rick? You have to think the tires have to be almost roasted.
Yes, that's definitely going to take a toll there. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Taking a look at Rodney Kramer. Now, Rodney Kramer was running pretty good. Looks like he took, I think he may have took 4 tires and a splash of gas. So he definitely got tires. But definitely going to need to see that when these guys start taking some other pits to see if they're going to end up taking tires or not. Right now, at this point, I don't know if that was a good decision just to get a splash of gas, Ben.
Well, we'll have to wait to see. Chad Simpson, he's not up here for no reason. Meanwhile, though, scoring, I do believe Malik Kuntz in first right now. Scoring still all messed up. Now James Ross going to go to the lead. like I said, as soon as all this gets sorted out, we'll run you through how the order is. But a bunch of stuff getting mixed up here in the pit stops. We're getting all confused. David Washington, points leader, coming down pit road. He's got to be careful. Ooh, he got it closely rode down there.
But I tell you what, taking a look back up at the points lead, or actually the leader, right now I'm showing Chad Simpson to be in third. Now Malik Coots just now coming out of the pit. I have to see how that's going to play out. Like you say, let the points and the score and work itself out, but showing James Ross to be in the lead.
And meanwhile, while all these pit stops were going on, Jade Williams found it best just to go ahead and pull it behind the wall. He has retired from this evening event as we are coming up to just about 10 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So how are the pit stops going to fall out here? Who's going to fall out with the lead? Who's going to come out with the lead? What's going to be the deal here? It's showing James Ross still as your leader. I'm pretty sure that'll change, though, within the next few laps.
Well, talking about laps, we've got 12 laps left, and while we're talking, we'll let Justin do a little bit of homework to see if Kevin Graham, William Roberts, and Mitch Lennon took tires on that pit. Now, Chad Simpson right now is currently running second. James Ross just now getting ready to come out of the pit, so it's definitely going to put Chad Simpson back into the lead, but with no fresh tires.
Yeah, I just don't know how good a decision that was. But you have to look at it this way. Kevin Graham's 9 or so seconds back, or 6 seconds back, so will he have enough time in 10 laps to catch him?
Well, once Justin does some of the figuring there and can maybe get a word with Kevin Graham's crew chief to see if Kevin actually took tires when he went in on that last pit, can definitely be a determination there. Kevin Graham really fast. He's fast everywhere he goes, but he's been pretty strong here today at Charlotte. And if he continues to keep running as strong as he can, 10 laps to go with Kevin Graham running second, 6 seconds behind Chad Simpson. It's going to really narrow things down because you got to understand, Chad's going to be slower due to the fact that he didn't take tires.
Exactly. Kevin Graham did take 2 tires on that last pit stop. We did find that out while they were pitting live, but Chad Simpson, yeah, you have to wonder how much is Kevin Graham going to be able to catch. He only caught him a tenth of a second that time, so I really don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Tell you what, it's just going to play out like we were talking about a little earlier, Ben, that it's still anybody's race when it boils down to it. God, the competition has just been fierce here today. It's been fierce all season. Lots of great competition, door-to-door action. It's just, it's been a great year so far this season with our PowerTech Power Solutions Cup Series.
It has been a good season. I'm glad I've been able to tag along for the final few races here. It's really been a blast. I've enjoyed it. We've got one more at Texas this coming Monday. That's going to be real good. Chad Simpson, though, I've been looking at the times. I don't think that Kevin Graham's going to be able to catch him.
It's definitely going to be stretching it out there to whether he's going to be able to do that with 6 laps to go. But you may be right. May just not have enough time to catch him.
Yeah, so strategy played by Chad Simpson starting to look like it was a pretty good idea just to take fuel right there. So we didn't know how it would work out, but we're slowly starting to figure out how it is going to work out. And with 5 laps to go, Graham is still 5 8/10 seconds back. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, you may be right. Right now, Chad Simpson just needs to focus on getting that car into the corners, make sure he's not giving it too much gas. Lots of power into that Chevrolet that he's driving there. He gets into it too much or upsets the car before he goes in the corner, he ain't going to have any grip to be able to hang on to it. So he's definitely probably driving that thing like he's on eggshells right now.
On eggshells. First time I heard that one. But Chad Simpson's going to be coming to 3 laps to go.
Oh, we got a wreck. got an accident on the backstretch. That's going to change things the way they're going to be played out here, possibly. With only 4 laps left, we may end up finishing this under caution. It looks like that might be the 28 of Jason Allison.
Now we have to wonder if we will finish this thing under caution or if we will get back to green here. Jason Allison, oh my, he actually got upside down there for a split second. Wow, that's a vicious crash down the back straightaway. Just rolled that thing over, looked like he rolled the wall up, rolled it over on his roof, and kept it back going, got it back down on pit road, so we'll have to see if he's going to be able to get back out and finish this one. But we have to wonder, though, do we finish this one under caution?
You know, I'm just taking a look there where Jason hit that wall, and, you know, it's about the same place that Jade Williams had an incident earlier, and it almost makes me wonder if something's going on right there with the pavement or so. But now as I rewind back just a little bit, I see Allison came out of turn 2. Looks like he grabbed a hold of that wall, and it just upset the car. That's basically what it boiled down to, man. I tell you, he took a ride there.
Yeah, did take a ride. Glad to see he is okay. He's talking to his crew chief and spotter, so he's going to be okay. This time by, though, Chad Simpson will be getting the white flag, so we are going to finish this thing up under caution. But all in all, though, Rick, this has been a great, fantastic race. Had battling all over the track, and at the end it came down to strategy, and Chad Simpson was able to play it out the right way.
Yeah, I tell you, Chad Simpson going to clinch this win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good pit road strategy. I mean, you know, 3 cautions for 5. By the time we get done finishing the race, it looks like we're going to have 3 cautions for 7 laps here today. You know, I tell you, if we had about 5 more laps to go, Kevin Graham probably would have had something for him there.
It would have been interesting to say the least, because you have to wonder if Chad Simpson may have pitted, would Graham have pitted, and then if Graham would have pitted, would the whole field have came in behind him? But, you know, that's if we had 5 more laps. This time by, though, Chad Simpson is going to see the white flag in the air. That means he's just got to stay right behind the pace car, and he'll have this thing wrapped up heading out of Charlotte.
Awesome racing we've had here today, and tell you what, folks, the screen and those cameras, thanks to LSR TV with all the hard work that Miss Laura Lawson does over there at LSR TV. And we want to thank these guys, Ben Kilcrease, Justin Munsil, and Andy that help out with TSTV and brings it all live here, the NoBull TV.
Yeah, Andy Kessler was a little bit late coming into the booth tonight due to a media down there in the media room, but he's actually been tweeting all of this, so we appreciate him coming on board, just coming up here, sitting back there in the corner, tweeting, and really staying up to date on the social media websites.
Andy, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, Rick. Excellent race, awesome strategy by Chad Simpson, and well-deserved win for him.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, I want to thank PowerTech Power Solutions Cup Series and Mr. James Ross for his sponsorship here this season with NoBullMotorsport.com. We've got lots of new things that's going to be coming next season, and you guys are going to have to tune in to NoBullMotorsport.com. Go to NoBull TV. We've got a radio, NoBull Radio is going to crank up. Why don't you tell them a little bit about that, Ben?
Oh, NoBull Radio, we did the first episode a few weeks ago, and boy, how did we have a blast on there. It's where we're going to just pull in some drivers from all the series, talk about their season, talk about what's going on in their life, ask a few dumb questions here and there, ask a bunch of questions. We're going to talk to some of our sponsors, and it's going to be a good time for us just to sit back and relax every Saturday or so.
Absolutely, and I tell you, any way possible, I'll definitely have to get in touch with Mr. Brian Lambert, with one of NoBull Motorsport favorite fans out there, Dylan Lambert. maybe we can bring him in, Ben, on the radio show, and maybe give him a little bit of talk time out there on the airway.
Oh, we'd love to have anybody on during the radio show. If you click on NoBull's TeamSpeak on their website, NoBullMotorsports.com, you can come in, and if you have a question, just let some guys know, and we'll get that question answered for you. But Laura, let's get an image of Chad Simpson. He's getting ready to burn what's left of those tires right off onto the end of the rims.
Chad Simpson lighting it up there for the victory here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I tell you what, you better leave a little bit of that engine there. Tell you, just great pit strategy here today, Ben. And I believe not taking anything away from him, but seeing how this race ended up under caution, a few more laps, things could be different right now. But congratulations to Chad on his victory here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And we wondered back when he started doing the pit strategy what would happen. And you can see him right now doing his burnouts across the finish line. That is what happened. He come out on top due to that pit strategy. And if we would have got back to green, like you said, it could have been a little bit different now, but you never know. But Chad Simpson did come out on top. Let us catch our breath for just a moment. We'll pull some drivers down, and we'll see if we can't talk to the top three in just a moment.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
All right, we are back here, and we have caught our breath, and we had a bunch of breath to catch because there was a bunch of exciting racing. Andy Kessler has jogged down the stairs. He might be out of breath, but he's down on pit road with third place, William Roberts. Andy?
That's right, Ben. I'm down here right now with William Roberts on pit road. William, great finish, third place finish for you. Strong run. You were up the top two there in that last long green flag run. Your strategy, you think that killed your chance for a win, or did you think you made the right call at that present time?
Well, I talked to the other drivers, and actually I definitely made the right call there with two tires coming down on that last pit stop. Actually, I was a little bit faster going down pit road than I thought I was going to be because I thought I was going to be a little slow coming in. So for those shortcomings, I was going to take two tires and hope they lasted. And then come to find out, Chad Simpson and Kevin Graham also took two. So it was definitely the right call. Four tires wouldn't have made a difference, I don't believe.
Yeah, I think you just would have ran out of time like you did anyway. But great, solid run for you here with only one race to go next week at Texas. How do you like your chances going into next week?
Well, I definitely like my chances going into Texas. Xander Jaden Motorsports Dodge was really fast coming straight off the truck, and Texas is a lot like Charlotte in many ways, and in other ways it's a little bit different, but it's still got that same kind of layout. So I think we'll be really strong there and be able to put a third top five in a row.
Sounds good. Anyone you'd like to thank for your third place run here tonight?
Definitely Xander Jaden Motorsports for sponsoring my car. NoBullMotorsport.com for putting on this league. It's incredible. It's been a lot of fun to race this season. I'm definitely looking forward to next season. You guys for putting on the broadcast. You guys do an excellent job. And the admins that also control the races here, they've done a great job getting good drivers, and it's just really incredible when you can run 80 laps with just two cautions.
It definitely is. Well, we thank you for that, and congratulations on your third place finish. And Rick, I think you caught up with maybe Kevin Graham?
Absolutely, and I tell you what, I'm standing right here, right beside this famous number 4 Break It Down design, Hubbard orange and white with a big star on the side of it. Kevin Graham, looks like Noble is making a star out of you. You're on. We're doing interviews with you about every week now. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thanks, man. It's good talking to you again. I got lucky tonight. I would not mind if we don't go back to this place ever again. I don't like racing here. I was going to be happy with the top 10. Getting second's like a win for me. So I'm happy with it and just got lucky.
Tell you what, let's take it back a few laps. There was a lot of battles out there on the track. And I tell you, so many battles going on. What was your favorite battle this evening?
Probably at the beginning of the race, we were like 2 by 2 trying to get around each other. I think it was Philip and William and Rodney. We were all around each other just trying to figure out where we were going to go. And then I finally got around a couple guys on the outside, which was amazing to me, and took off from there. Those long runs were a lot of fun. And that's the only way that was going to keep me in the race. If we had a bunch of cautions, I would have probably ran about 15th in this race. So I definitely just got lucky.
Fantastic. I tell you what, this car has definitely, you've been putting it in a top 5. I think we were doing some stats the other day. Believe that's going to put you at 7 races, and all 7 races you have finished in the top 5, able to stay out of trouble. And anybody out there you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, it's just amazing. I got to thank the guys over at Break It Down Designs, my wife, Lane. I got to thank NoBull. Got to thank you guys for doing the broadcast. I mean, you guys make it awesome, super fun, and just having a blast, man. This is probably the most fun race of the season right here.
Now, Kevin, I'm taking a look here, and at the beginning of this, Xander Jaden Motorsports put out $10 to the iRacing credits to the winner of the race and $10 to the first person with no incidents, second place and back. That second place and back belongs to you.
That's awesome. I'm going to donate that all over to NoBull and hopefully get some races with that or something.
Well, I tell you what, good race here today, Kevin, and we hope to see you next week at Texas Motor Speedway. I'm going to pass the mic down to Ben Kilcrease. I understand he's having a little bit of champagne down there with our winner, Chad Simpson.
Not bringing out the champagne just yet, maybe in the after party after the race. But Chad Simpson, tell me about the pit strategy at the end.
Well, it's about 15 laps to go when we made that stop. And the way that we looked at it, there wasn't enough time left in the race. It was really worth it to spend extra time on pit road putting tires on. So we went with no tires on that last stop, just pretty much a splash and go. And it turned out to be the right call.
Early on in the race, you were a little bit further back in the pack. Second caution got you up to the lead. We talked to you under caution, kind of skeptical about if you'd stay there. But if we would have gone back green, if the race would have gone back green, would you had to come down pit road, or would you try and stay out there and maybe contend for the win?
Well, the race pretty much did stay green. We were out there ever since that second yellow. We were out there all the way to the end. I didn't have enough gas to make it. Nobody else did, so everybody had to stop.
If the race would have went green back after the caution, what would you have done?
At the caution, probably wound up back in the pack again and had to work my way all the way back up to the front a second time.
Sounds great. Well, Chad Simpson, you are $10 richer thanks to Xander Jaden Motorsports for coming home as a winner. Who do you want to thank for getting you here?
We thank Noble for putting this on. FBR Motorsports, GRLevelX.com, GR Level 3, the best weather radar program out there for PC. It is fantastic.
Boy, Chad Simpson, he's going to be our plug man from now on. Chad Simpson, winner.
Ben, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask, tell us a little bit more about the GR Level 3 there, Chad.
It's just a weather program. Storms coming into the area. You'll load it up. You can see all the rain coming. You can see your hail and your winds. You can see those tornadoes. Get your severe thunderstorm warnings, your tornado warnings right there. It's a nifty little program.
Fantastic.
Chad Simpson, winner here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway in race number 9 of 10 here at Noble Motorsports. Rick, heading into Texas next week, David Washington pretty much has this thing wrapped up as far as championship points go. What do we see next week at Texas?
Tell you what, next week at Texas, the competition is not going to stop. It's still going to be fierce. I believe as the end of this race here with Washington getting a good finish, he's just going to have to show up, crank the car up, and he can sit back and eat ice cream and watch the show.
We'll have to see. Hey, we might even get him up here in the booth to talk with us a little bit.
That's right.
But all in all, a good race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm real surprised at all the close racing we saw. There was literally no point on the time around that track that there was not a battle going on.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, make sure to tune in next week to watch the PowerTech Power Solution Cup Series. And don't forget, next Tuesday, the Truck Series starts off their season with the Michelangelo Truck Series, sponsored by our very own Michael D'Amico. And I know we're going to have a pre-race show. The new website will be launched Monday, and lots of new things that are going to be added to it. So, guys, make sure to tune in. Get over and watch that. We've got our Noble radio show that's going to be kicked off, and lots of things that's going to be brought to Noble Motorsport that's just going to make your jaw drop. But I'm Rick Donovan.
I am Ben Kilcrease, a little bit late on the reaction there, though.
And we'll see you next week.
You were moved.